child and every white child and every urban child and every rural child is educated to their full potential.
What happens when your health insurance company is not all about profits? You get to keep more of yours. When Peeled Snacks in Brooklyn switched to Health Republic Insurance of New York, they saved over $7,500. Nebraska Land in the Bronx saved $156,000. And Tools Forever in Lynbrook saved over $64,000 on their health insurance. How much can Health Republic Insurance of New York save your company? Call us or ask your broker for a comparison today.
Range Rover Sport. Land Rover, above and beyond.
You did a very foolish thing.
Next, Judge Judy. Live from Studio 46, this is CBS 2 News This Morning.
Good morning, I'm Mary Calvin.
And I'm Chris Raggi. Just about 5:30 on this Friday, the 23rd of January. We've got traffic and weather together as always. Let's get to John Elliott, who's got some interesting news for us, Johnny.
Fine for a Friday. It's just Saturday we're watching. We are dealing with cool conditions. There are no insulating clouds overhead. That crescent moon means, yeah, cold. So we have the 20s and some wind chills in the teens to start the day, but partly to mostly sunny skies. 39, right around where you should be this time of the year. Sun's up 7:14, sunsets at 5:02. Well after sunset. In fact, likely after midnight. That's when we see the snow arrive for Saturday's event. We'll talk more about that in just a bit. But right now, she's the main event. Alex Dennis.
Thanks, John. Good morning, everyone. If you are traveling, here's a look at our live drive speed map. The right lane of Route 3 eastbound is closed. This is to all traffic at the Hackensack River Bridge. The left lane is closed to heavy trucks. We have emergency crews that are out there working on some repairs. They will be out there for the next 2 weeks. So if you head to the Lincoln Tunnel every morning, you may want to consider the Holland or the George Washington Bridge. Also be aware, we still have closures as you make your way around River Road and Edgewater due to fire department activity. Let's check in on the George Washington Bridge. You are delay-free currently at all of the Hudson River crossings. An alternate side is in effect citywide. Chris and Mary, back to you.
Okay, Alex, thank you. 1,000 people burned out of their homes. That's the incredible toll from the apartment complex fire in Edgewater, New Jersey.
Now, investigators say they know the cause. CBS News' Valerie Castro joins us live from the scene. Valerie.
Mary, the cause of the fire has been ruled as accidental. Fire officials say it comes down to maintenance workers that were using a blowtorch to do some plumbing repairs. This morning, crews are still working to put out the fire as it continues to burn.
I thank God I've got my family, and that's what's most important to me.
Dina Gomez is one of hundreds of people now left without a home after flames devoured the Avalon at Edgewater apartment complex Wednesday. Ruled an accident, the fire was sparked by a blowtorch used to fix a plumbing leak. Edgewater Police Chief William Skidmore says the maintenance workers tried to douse the fire, but things soon got out of control.
They tried to suppress it themselves, and then they called their supervisor. It was a very big contributor to it because there was a delay in the response of the fire department.
Fire officials say the lightweight wood construction was fast-burning fuel, causing the flames to erupt in a matter of minutes. Gomez says she watched the fire start, first in another building, before it spread everywhere else.
We were in the apartment, we saw the fire engines and everything, and then when I saw the flames getting where it was spreading, because I can see it from my window, I said, let's go, we gotta go.
Gomez and hundreds of others made it out safely. Governor Chris Christie pointing out that no lives were lost.
An enormous blessing, and we have to make sure that with the loss of property and the displacement is awful and difficult to deal with, we're not dealing with the tragedy of loss of human life, and that's really important.
And back out here live, you can see fire crews are still on the scene with their ladder trucks. They continue to put water on those still smoldering hot spots. The Red Cross has set up a shelter and help center at the Edgewater Community Center, but they say if you'd like to help with donations, you can take those to City Place on River Road. This morning, Edgewater schools remain closed. Reporting live in Edgewater, Valerie Castro, CBS 2 News.
Valerie, thank you. Happening now, another fire in Upper Manhattan has just been brought under control. It burned this morning at an apartment building in the 500 block of 144th Street in the Hamilton Heights neighborhood. The fire appears to have begun on the 4th floor. There may have been injuries, but the conditions of the victims are not known.
More political fallout this morning as Assembly Speaker Sheldon Silver vows to clear his name. Silver is out on bail, accused of exploiting his powerful position to obtain millions of dollars in kickbacks and bribes. CBS 2's Andrea Grimes live on the Lower East Side with more this morning. Andrea.
Well, Chris, Republicans are calling on Sheldon Silver to step down as New York State Assembly Speaker in the wake of these federal corruption charges. His district includes the Lower East Side. But from what the U.S. Attorney is saying, Sheldon Silver may not be the last politician to face possible prison time.
New York State Assembly Speaker 70-year-old Sheldon Silver walked out of federal court in Lower Manhattan, free on $200,000 bail and proclaiming his innocence.
I'm happy the issue is coming to be aired in the legal process. And I am confident that when all the issues are aired, I will be vindicated.
A horde of media surrounded the speaker as he left his arraignment on federal corruption charges yesterday. The U.S. Attorney announced a 5-count complaint against him, accusing the powerful Democrat of extorting $4 million in bribes and kickbacks from people with business before the state.
As alleged, Silver corruptly used his law license and took advantage of lax outside income rules as a cover to secretly pocket millions of dollars through his official position.
Less than 24 hours before the FBI took Silver into custody, the speaker was on stage in Albany for Governor Andrew Cuomo's State of the State address. Silver is the most powerful Democrat in the legislature, one of the 3 men in a room who make all the decisions controlling bills and budgets. He has no plans to give that up.
Mr. Speaker, how can you function under this cloud? Will you be able to function under this cloud?
I believe so.
While Republicans say he must step down as Speaker, most Assembly Democrats disagree.
We never condemned Joe Bruno, and he proved to be innocent. Let the Speaker go his process, too.
I think he should resign as Speaker. He does not have to resign as a member unless he's convicted of a felony.
U.S. Attorney Preet Bharara says Governor Cuomo's Moreland Commission started the recent work to root out public corruption. But he says a deal was cut to shut down the commission earlier this year after only 9 months, to Silver's great relief. Bharara picked up where the commission left off and says their work is far from over.
Our unfinished fight against public corruption continues. You should stay tuned.
Well, the governor had said he shut down the commission because Albany passed anti-corruption legislation. The U.S. Attorney is expected to speak out at a city law breakfast later this morning. Live on the Lower East Side, Andrea Grimes, CBS 2 News.
Andrea, thank you. Bedlam in the New York City Council chambers as protesters disrupt a vote memorializing the Holocaust. Pro-Palestinian protesters stormed the balcony, disrupting a vote on a resolution commemorating the 70th anniversary of the liberation of Auschwitz. Councilman David Greenfield, whose relatives died in the Holocaust, was among those expressing outrage.
Somebody would engage in an anti-Semitic protest while we are having a conversation about 1.1 million people who were slaughtered during the Holocaust. That's when you decide to protest.
A lot of Jewish leaders are upset this happened during the commemoration of the liberation of Auschwitz. Was that planned?
Absolutely not planned one single bit.
The protest organizer, who is Jewish, says the timing was just a terrible coincidence. She says the protest was aimed at a coming council trip to Israel, paid for by Jewish groups who she says are anti-Palestinian, and she says the protest will continue.
Well, new this morning, police are looking for this man caught on surveillance cameras. They say he walked into a taco truck parked on the corner of 96th Street and Broadway on the 15th of January, held up the 4 men inside at gunpoint. He supposedly made off with $120 and an earring. On Long Island, Suffolk County detectives are trying to identify a woman who allegedly passed counterfeit bills at a beauty supply store in Farmingville earlier this month. Police say she tried to use the fake money again at a Hallmark store later the same day, but was denied that purchase. Mary?
And counterfeit money is showing up elsewhere in the region, a new kind that's tough to detect. That's because the paper the bills are printed on is real. It passes the pen test because counterfeiters take a real $1 bill and chemically treat it to remove the ink. Then they print the image of a $100 bill onto the blank paper. An 18-year-old woman was arrested for trying to pass the bills at a mall in Stamford, Connecticut.
We've encountered this on a drug raid a number of months ago. We saw bills in the process of being stripped, but this is the first time we've made an arrest on it.
The bills have been used at malls in Connecticut and New Jersey. Police say $100 bills issued after 1996 have special security bands and watermarks. This scheme can only replicate earlier bills, and police say few real bills like that are still in circulation.
Mary, police just released new surveillance video of a suspect in a deadly stabbing in Manhattan. He's accused of attacking a 36-year-old man Tuesday night at the New Star Cafe on 7th Avenue and West 40th. Now, the victim staggered out of the cafe and collapsed. The motive for the stabbing is still not known. Police are searching for two men believed to be linked to the shooting death of a street vendor in the Bronx. They were caught on camera getting out of a car at the scene just before sunrise. They walk off camera, then run back to their car and take off. Two workers from a nearby coffee truck heard the shots and found the victim, Faustino Leal, on the ground.
Big change on the way for New York City Public Schools. Chancellor Carmen Farina says she will restore the management structure that Mayor Bloomberg changed. Under the new system, accountability will return to local superintendents for the 32 school districts. That will eliminate the 55 support networks Bloomberg put in place. They will be replaced by borough field support centers. The changes will go into effect in the next school year.
Well, the man credited with making fashionable footwear affordable to all has died. Designer Vince Camuto passed away Wednesday at his home in Connecticut. He'd been battling cancer. Camuto made a name for himself when he co-founded 9 West. He later sold that and started his own company, expanding his brand into a multi-billion-dollar empire. Vince Camuto was 78 years old.
New Jersey Governor Chris Christie is looking to the man who led Detroit through its bankruptcy to save Atlantic City. Christie has tapped bankruptcy lawyer Kevin Orr to help dig Atlantic City out of its deep financial hole. Atlantic City lost 4 of its 12 casinos last year, and 3 more are threatening to close now.
All right, let's talk with John Elliott right now here at 540, 28 degrees on your television screen, and that's going to be a little touch and go tomorrow morning for people.
Yeah, I'll tell you, tomorrow morning and even during the day, think before you go and exercise caution. We are going to see some snow, some sleet, some rain, yeah, a little bit of everything. And it will be uncomfortable if you don't have the right winter garb as well. Wind chills will be in the 20s, even though highs will be in the 30s. Outside right now, it's cold. It's January. We've got a clear sky overhead, so you'd expect that. In the city, we have 28 degrees with a wind out of the northwest at 8 miles an hour. Yeah, going to get that atmosphere ready for snow overnight tonight. 26 in Huntington. Good morning to you. 19 in Quogue, 21 in Wayne, 24 for the Jersey Shore. Let's go up to Middletown now, where the wind chill is 9. Wind chill in the city is 20. So, yeah, kids need to layer up as they head out. 39 yesterday in Farmingdale. It was a nice day. 38 nice. Hey, we hit 40 in Bridgeport yesterday. 39 in beautiful Belmar. Even in the city it was 40 for like 10 minutes. 40 in Newark yesterday, 41 at JFK. We're close to those numbers today, about 39, normal's 38, so a seasonal day. 62, your record high, 3 below your record low, don't you know? Sun's up 7:14. Isn't it nice? Boy, I really sensed it yesterday with that sun. I looked at 5 o'clock and I could still see. We see mostly clear conditions to start the day. Here comes this system rolling in overnight tonight. It's snow shortly after midnight, and then you are going to start to see some mixing. You can see that right there. Starts as snow, change over with that little bit of sleet, so watch out for that early for the city, and then it'll wrap up with some snow. That's why that bullseye likely north and possibly north and east of the city with that 4 to 6 inch range. But remember, it's the changing nature of the storm that's going to ultimately determine the totals, because that rain will wash some of it away.
All right. Thank you, John.
Time saver traffic. Now let's see how we're doing with this morning's commute, Alex.
So we have that emergency construction work that was out there yesterday for the first time, and it will be for the next 2 weeks. It still has the right lane closed to all traffic on Route 3 eastbound at the Hackensack River Bridge. The left lane is closed to heavy trucks. If you head to the Lincoln Tunnel on a daily basis, you may want to take the Holland or the George Washington Bridge for an easier ride. Just a heads up, because of this alert, New Jersey Transit bus service on Route 3 eastbound will be diverted to Route 80 and the Turnpike, so you may have some minor delays there. Currently, though, everything is on or close to schedule. Let's check in on the BQE at Cadman Plaza. Volume starting to build as you make your way northbound. But the good news, you are still moving right now. Inbound, the bridge is closed until 6. Still some construction lingering there. Alternate side is in effect citywide. Chris and Mary, back to you.
All right, Alex, thank you. Well, a California doctor says he's delivered more than 10,000 babies, but his next delivery would be a first for him. Dr. Barry May has been delivering babies for 46 years, and now the babies he helped bring into the world are having babies of their own. 28-year-old Brianna and 30-year-old Kevin Fleischman welcomed their first son, Maverick, with the help of Dr. Barry May on Tuesday. Turns out that Dr. May was also in the delivery room when they themselves were born.
He delivered both of us, and kind of seemed like a strange coincidence because that doesn't happen very often. Literally a full circle.
Mother and baby are doing very well. Little baby Maverick joins his sister Goose. Cousins, Iceman, Hollywood.
5:43. A defensive play by the Patriots in the Deflategate scandal.
I didn't alter the ball in any way.
For the first time, Tom Brady, Coach Bill Belichick are speaking out what Brady admits to doing with the footballs before last Sunday's game against the Colts.
And a powerful winter storm dumps 12 inches of snow in Texas. How that same system can impact your weekend plans. We'll talk with John about that when we get back.
He sees the storm a-coming, it's coming round the bend. He's rolling up his sleeves and starts his forecasting, working on the 7th day, and he gets it right. You gotta listen to Ronnie, he's always getting it right. You gotta listen to Ronnie Quinn, 5, 6, 11 weekday nights.
When harsh weather and rough roads sneak up on you like a ninja, only Dodge has the power to give it a swift kick. And when you add all-wheel drive, well, that's one heck of a kung fu grip. Born Dodge.
During the all-wheel drive event, get a low-mileage lease on the 2014 Durango SXT all-wheel drive for $289 a month for well-qualified lessees.
It's that time of year, the big game of games. And who are your TV go-to guys? We are. You need it, we deliver and install it. Like this Samsung 4K Ultra HD TV with immersive curved screen. It's 4 times the resolution of regular HD. Yeah, the big game is coming, and we have your new Samsung at the guaranteed lowest price. Plus, get free delivery and 2-year special financing on all 4K TVs now through February 1st. PC Richard & Son, the 4K Ultra HD TV giant.
Hold on a sec. Are we gonna make it?
Almost there.
Well, I landed too, so we can go over it again. Right here's fine.
Anything else I can do for you, ma'am?
So many things.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Mom, Dad, that's gross.
Safe trip.
Bye, honey.
Bye, Mom.
Experience true luxury in the Audi A3, starting at $29,900.
Weather on the go. Download the new CBS New York weather app now.
She can't sing, she can't dance, but who cares? She walks like Rihanna. She can't sing, she can't
That's all you need.
That's all you need. I don't care if you can't sing or can't dance.
Welcome back to CBS 2 News this morning at 5:47, 28 degrees.
How does she actually walk? We need to learn.
She's got a strut.
A strut.
I thought you were supposed to have move like Jagger or something
Well, that's
like that.
There you go.
And then you can
There's not an original idea out there.
Gee.
Talk about a guy who can sing and can dance.
Yeah, right.
Don Champion.
Tap dance is very
Champion can do it all.
Don, who we will talk with shortly.
Yeah. All right, here's the deal for you. We are going to be singing in the rain and also shoveling some snow. Yeah, I mean, it's a complicated system coming on board. Quiet today, you can see that. Here's the mess in the southeast. If you're planning it, if you're flying into Atlanta today, it could be a little slow. This is going to ride up the coast. So after a nice quiet day today with pretty skies in the upper 30s, this is what we're dealing with tomorrow. It's that snow, change over quickly to rain for the city, Long Island, and the Jersey Shore, but that mixing just north and west, that's where we see a little bit more sleet and some very slippery surfaces. Then it's mainly snow north and west, and that's where we could see the isolated pocket of 4 to 6 inches. But plan on it. Saturday, definitely a sloppy day. Time for birthdays now, and time to say happy birthday to an original.
Spicy hot number.
Hey, happy birthday to Cheetah Rivera, who's 82, and she's going to be back on Broadway this spring in The Visit at the Lyceum. Yeah, and I just love the fact that Sully and MacGyver have the same birthday.
I just love it that Sully makes the celebrity birthdays.
Yeah, absolutely. 5 years ago, Miracle on the Hudson, and there's MacGruber, Richard Dean Anderson, at 65.
God, I'm going to take Chesley any day.
Yeah.
Over MacGyver.
I'll take a Band-Aid and a piece of gum and do something with it.
He could whip this up and do a zip line, but could he land a plane on the Hudson River?
Thanks, John. Let's get to Time Saver Traffic check on your commute.
We still have that emergency construction out that's causing some problems for you. The right lane closed to all traffic on Route 3 eastbound. This is at the Hackensack River Bridge. The left lane is closed to heavy trucks. If you head to the Lincoln Tunnel on a daily basis, you may want to go out of your way to the Holland or the George Washington Bridge for a smoother ride. Let's take a live look, kind of staying in this area. This is one of our hundreds of cameras, Route 287 in Hanover. I see those flashing lights there, but we aren't getting any reports of any issues in that area, so we'll continue to check on that. Southern State at Bethpage State Parkway, and it's the same story there. It is a smooth ride in both directions. Trust me, I could see it in the other view. There it is. Alternate side is in effect citywide. Chris and Mary, back to you.
Alex, thanks so much. Here's a quick update on some of the stories we are following for you this morning. Yemen's president has resigned after pressure from rebels Thursday. The White House had been working with the outgoing leadership to shut down al-Qaeda camps there. U.S. Marines are on standby to evacuate American diplomats. A man accused of kicking a mother and her 3-month-old son to the sidewalk has been arraigned. 18-year-old Alonzo Brown was charged with robbery, grand larceny, and child endangerment. Police say he kicked the mother to the ground and stole her iPhone. The woman's baby was strapped to her. Brown could face 15 years in prison. A winter storm that blanketed Texas is headed our way. The storm is expected to dump a mix of rain, snow, and possibly sleet in our area starting tomorrow morning. Some parts of Connecticut could get half a foot of snow in this.
Well, the New England Patriots are pushing back this morning. The coach and the quarterback, Tom Brady, of the team deny having any involvement at all in deflating footballs during their game last Sunday. CBS 2's Don Champion now reports.
At a time when all the New England Patriots should be talking about is the Super Bowl, the team finds itself on the defense, offering up denial after denial.
I was shocked to learn of the news reports about the footballs.
You know, I didn't alter the ball in any way.
The team is under investigation for deflating footballs used in their victory over the Colts Sunday. Quarterback Tom Brady admitted he picked out the game balls, but doesn't know what happened after that.
I'm very comfortable saying that nobody did it. As far as I know, I don't know everything. I also understand that I, was in a locker room preparing for a game for 5 hours. I don't know what happened over the course of the process with the footballs.
NFL regulations mandate that game balls be inflated to between 12.5 and 13.5 pounds of pressure per square inch. Officials checked the balls 2 hours before the game, but when later inspected, they were reportedly 2 pounds low, which made them easier to grasp. Seattle Seahawks player Kevin Williams will face the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
We hadn't even really thought about it. I mean, you still got to tackle, you still got to cover, you still got to rush the quarterback. It don't matter how much air in the ball.
If the team cheated, the Patriots could face a $25,000 fine and potentially lose a draft pick. Now, when it comes to the Super Bowl, the NFL uses independent ball attendants and equipment managers, so there should not be any problems during next weekend's game. The league says its investigation into the Patriots continues and could take several more days. Chris and Mary.
All right, Don. Now it's not so much the conspiracy as the cover-up, you know what I mean?
The integrity of the game really comes into question.
Hey, give a Major League Baseball player real quick. Give him a bat that's 36 ounces. If you give him one that's 38 ounces, a 2-ounce difference, they can feel it.
Good point.
Any quarterback who's been playing the game long enough can feel the inflation of the ball.
It is 5:52. Up next, a look at the iconic foods of New York.
But first, the CBS 2 WFAN scoreboard. Only pro team in action last night. The Nets, they get beat by the Clippers, 123-84, and we're back right after this.
CBS 2 Sports is brought to you by Audi. What do you like on Facebook? CBS New York on Facebook. We'll keep reporting and posting. You keep liking.
Today is the start of something big. Journeys aren't just about getting from point A to point B. They're opportunities for new experiences. The 2015 Toyota Corolla is ready to help get you to your next stage and in plenty of style. Let's turn it up! Corolla is ready!
Find inspiration when you lease a new 2015 Corolla for $169 a month or get 0% APR financing on Corolla.
It all starts at Toyota. Let's go places!
Here you go.
Wow, thanks.
Get a free beverage in any size for enrolling in DD Perks and start earning points towards more rewards with every purchase. Join today for a free beverage on us. America runs on Dunkin'.
Don't miss the Hot Tub and Swim Spa Blowout this weekend at the New Jersey Convention Center. Browse the largest display of hot tubs and swim spas in the region. Browse over 50 hot tubs from 5 major brands at up to 50% off this weekend at the New Jersey Convention Center in Edison. Visit spaexpo.com.
This is Jersey. Things happen here. Big things. We had a kid from Hoboken do it his way and become chairman of the board. We had a girl who grew up in Ridgewood find the voice that made her an American sensation. And every week, millions of winning lottery tickets make people's day and change people's lives. This is what's happening right now. The $5 million cash extravaganza. It's the largest instant cash prize in Jersey lottery history. Anything can happen in Jersey.
Guys, listen up. Men are nearly twice as likely to die from melanoma than women. Good news is that melanoma is almost always curable when caught early and treated properly. Visit melanomaexposed.com.
Well, 1010 WINS is celebrating its 50th year as New York's all-news station, and we're teaming up with them in a quest to crown the most iconic New York food of the last 50 years.
1010 WINS' John Montone is on the move to find out about your tasty picks.
I love the food in New York.
A real juicy cheeseburger.
Potato knish. We're not from New York.
You're not from New York.
I'm sorry.
So you walk into a Jewish deli, you're not getting the bagel with the schmear, you're getting a potato knish.
No, I'm getting that too.
Another great New York food.
Pizza. I'm from Harlem, so I get it from Jimbo. Jimbo!
Have you ever had an egg cream?
An egg cream? No.
How do you make your egg cream?
Seltzer and you bet syrup.
I think the egg is healthy also, too, you know?
No egg in egg cream.
I have a 9-year-old boy, and he couldn't believe there were neither eggs nor cream in it.
You have eggs, the egg and whites, the egg cream, it's like a shake.
No, there's no egg in the egg cream.
Okay, let's get it straight now, okay.
How about Junior's Cheesecake?
That's good, too. That's too fattening.
Oh, I don't know about Junior's.
You don't know about Junior?
No.
The belly is Junior's.
I haven't really found a cheesecake I didn't like.
So you got the egg cream, you got the pizza, you got Junior's Cheesecake.
What else do you need? That's the 3 food groups.
You ever drink a Sex in the City Cosmo?
Yes. I haven't had them here. I'm the Cosmo Queen.
I met the Cosmo Queen. What are the chances? What's in it?
I don't know. You're batting 1,000 right now.
We might have one in a few minutes.
Bartender, Cosmos for these ladies. For CBS 2 News, John Montone, 10-10 wins.
Junior's Cheesecake. Is this going on TV?
No,
Yeah,
will not
it
be on
is.
television.
I'm with you, Juniors. This is delicious. Pizza all the way. That's what I say.
Yeah, a lot of choices out there. You see, we have a black and white. Move that 10-10 wins things out of the way right there.
Yeah, right.
We've got a black and white cookie right here. Some of our people in our newsroom decided that, okay, maybe
that's the
maybe
one.
that would, I don't know. What do you think? You can weigh in on the conversation. I am a big like pastrami fan, to be honest with you. That's what I'm thinking. You know, I'm big,
Certain spots make it great.
some of the delis in town stack it this high. It's the way to go. All right, go to 1010wins.com/vote to choose some of your favorites, and we'll have those results for you in about the next month or so.